Now, if you're just tuning in, it's our ladies' night out, and we're discussing security in Nigeria. Ah, my director says I should please smile. It's hard to smile in the midst of all of this, but we'll try. Please let us share what you have to say. Remember, you can join this conversation. Tweet at us at PlusTvAfrica1 with the hashtag WeShow, or send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. Our phone lines are also open now, so tell us why you think this insecurity or the security challenges that we're having today has lingered this long. I believe personally because there are no punitive measures, because we've not caught. I mean, look at our makeup artist was asking what happened to Evans, right? What happened to all of these people that physically they've been proven to be maybe kidnappers and criminals and all of that. Kidnapping was like a joke. They started with Oyinbo men. They were carrying expatriates and all of that from all the oil companies. Then
and that's why everybody left Port Harcourt.
Guess what? It moved to Benin, where if you come back from the US, because of all my people now, they can return. Our people.
You
know. So it moved, and now it's anybody.
Yeah.
They just kidnap and look for ransom. So I hear that the the students that they kidnapped in the Greenfield University in Kaduna, they are demanding for 800 million naira ransom. If it's not paid, look at how they have been killing them. So 2 more were killed today. I think I have Temi now. Temi, if you can hear me. Oh, is it your phone? Oh, okay. Temi, can you hear me? Hello? Oh, hello, Temi.
Can you hear me? I'm here.
Oh, sugar, we're still having a bit of struggle with your network. Well, if you can hear me, just shoot. What do you think, how do you feel about the security challenges we're having in this country presently? Okay, you know what? While Temi is trying to connect, Engineer Future, I think that's his name, from Worry, thank you so much for calling. Let's hear what you have to say. Are you there? Hello? Oh, sugar. Call entered. It rang into the studio.
Today's a wonderful day.
All right, so I think we lost the call as well.
Now,
so,
if I may add something to what you said, I totally agree with you because there are no punitive measures taken. But let's also look at the fact that even those of them that are in government, when did this thing actually start? It started when Babangida left power, and he was called on to actually do what? To account for the monies he had invested, or I don't want to use the word embezzle,
allegedly.
He spent during his tenure, and he didn't turn up, and that was how he got the name Evil Genius. So if people like that at the top don't get are not accountable, they feel they're not accountable, it now cascaded down to those who are at the bottom of the ladder. Who are the people at the bottom of the ladder? People like you and I, and those that are below us.
I also leave the ladder for them, don't worry. I'm going to Canada. And in your future, are you there? Thank you so much for calling us. Let's hear what you have to say. Sorry. Turn off the volume.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for calling.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Go ahead, we can hear you. Turn off the volume of your Thank you for calling. You need to turn off the volume of your television set.
Security situation of this nation right now. And the thing is really, it has come to an extent that it's giving every one of us a serious concern. And if we keep beating around the bush, as if we don't know what is wrong and what is right, and then these things will keep happening. Now, we have our state governors, including the president himself, who are collecting security votes in hundreds of millions of naira and billions of naira on monthly basis. Now the question is, what are they spending this security vote money on? Our army, our soldiers are crying out. They run out of equipment. What a shame. Even to the state level, policemen are being harassed. No equipment, no guns to fight, and you collect security votes on monthly basis. What are they collecting this money for?
Thank you so
Everybody is scared of taking the troops because of fear or favor.
Thank you so much, Engineer.
So at the same end, if we continue this way, look at the other governor crying out openly that Boko Haram has even hoisted their flag. They've taken over 42 communities in that state. What a shame.
How did we get
What
here?
a shame.
Thank you so much, Engineer Future from Worry. Thank you so much. I mean, how did we get here?
We didn't tackle it the moment
How did
it
we get
started.
here? How did we get here?
did not nip it at the bud when it started. That was how we got here. And like he said, anyhowness, I think Chinasa, we've actually taken anyhowness to be the actual way of doing things. We do not know when, we actually say black is white and white is black. For example, you're upset with someone and say, sorry, nah, it's not just that small thing. And you know it's actually wrong what you did. You say the person is too serious about it. There should be no accountability. So at the end of the day, the standards of the people have fallen. So
we still have Tammy. Thank you. Sorry, darling.
Okay.
Not continue.
No.
You know what?
So Tammy.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the standard of the people have fallen. Because our standard has fallen as a people, we have actually passed it on to the next generation.
Wait, is
and
this
this,
standard?
like I said, this thing didn't start from today.
You don't understand.
It
Like, I don't
started
understand.
from way back.
Is this no wickedness? That's my question. Is it issue of standard? Share standard, it's maybe around morals. This one is just pure evil. That you can look somebody and see the person, kidnap the person, kill the person. You know what? Let me take Richard.
If El-Rufai's son or child was in Greenfield and was kidnapped, would he have paid the 800?
No, would he act differently?
Would he act
That's the question.
Yes.
Let me take Richard. Thank you so much for calling, Richard.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Good
Thank
evening.
you so much for calling.
Yeah, thanks for bringing PK yesterday. yeah. Meanwhile, I love the way Abata put it. And I'm happy it was Abata that said it. There wasn't someone from the South that said it. That if something like this continues after 24 hours, the people in power know about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All this Nollywood movie happening for the past weeks in Nigeria. And the next thing you hear, they're talking about 2023. And I ask these people, you've not even survived half of 2021. You're talking about 2023. Look at what happened in Lagos yesterday. Let's forget about ethnic coloration. What happened yesterday was what the government could have missed in the board since. But for whatever reason best known to them, they allowed these guys to just infiltrate the city in the guise of riding bikes. And the almighty NURCW that they've made miniguns in Lagos to collect money from everybody. Once you're on the road in Lagos, still is their right to collect money from you. They know what is happening. If they don't nip this thing in the bud, I said something earlier on. We've not gone halfway in 2021 yet. It is going like this. How will 2022 look like? That if we see 2022 as a nation. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Richard.
Now, with what he's just said, what actually struck me was when we had the NSAS protest. And what happened during the NSAS protest? What happened was that we had the story of the 1 million boys or 1,000 boys or something that actually came to, to play. So in the process, what happened was that a lot of people couldn't go to bed at night, they couldn't sleep. We became vigilantes ourselves, trying to guide our houses because of the 1 million boys. And where do you think these people originated from? Do you know that there is a place in Mushin currently that people cannot go into? And from what I even heard is that the police cannot go, that the police and the soldiers, the militaries, they go there to sit down with them. So they are all in sync together. So who will guide us? Who will protect us? It comes back to our anyhowness. It comes back to us not having a standard.
Let me take some. You see today, I really don't have energy.
Neither do I, but look.
Sam from Abuja, thank you for calling us.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, Sam.
Good evening.
Yeah, have you turned up the volume of your TV? Yeah. Thank you for calling.
The problem, we should check back. How does this problem come into this country?
Lack of accountability.
How did we get to this level? How do we get to this level? How did we get to this level we are? That's my question. We should check how we get to this level. And again, there is no truth in us. There is no truth in the government. There is no truth at all. Because if they say A, at the time you check it, you find out that it's B. And secondly, the so-called security men that are supposed to be taking care of properties and all, how their salary, how much the allowance they are getting to this. Look at what happened in Lagos that I'm talking about. Who are those who are supposed to go and take care of those people? You know, a corporal in the police check and ask how much is their salary. The same thing with the military men. Every security man, every man you see that wearing uniform, please just yourself do your own investigation. How much is the salary of their taking home? And you want to make this one to face this fraud of this evil one, those wicked who does not know what it is. They don't even have value for life. And our so-called leaders, they said yes, they will do this, they will do that, they will campaign and everything, and at the end of the day, nothing comes good at the end of the day. Where are we going from this?
Where are we going to? That's the big question.
We are not even started. 2023, we are waiting for 2023.
We're just in April. So for me, thank you so much, Sam.
People don't stop talking. We should continue to be talking.
Absolutely. We have to keep the conversations going. Thank you so much, Sam.
We can be able to succeed and say yes, we stop talking.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. I mean, we can't sweep it under the carpet, because for me, when I saw the bike riders, the back and forth with the policemen, bringing back the memories of NSAS, bringing back the memories of the xenophobic attack, where they went into malls and all of that. Yes. When I saw all of this, I said, see, we're just, I mean, like what Uti said on Thursday, we have false security in the whole of Nigeria. I mean, we narrowed it down to Lagos, but in the whole of Nigeria, it's false security, right? I mean, it's just a click like this, and something would just go off, and the entire place would be on fire, ablaze. Yes. So why is the government seemingly not doing it? I mean, see, there are proactive measures. Yes, that's one. There are reactive measures, and there are actions that you will take as a government that I will know that come rain, come sunshine, if anything should happen to me, I will not die, because you are here to protect me. No. Where is that protection that we cannot, that we are asking from our government?
There is a disconnect from the government, between the government and the people.
You know what, hold the thought. Okay. Chooks, are you there? Thank you for calling. Chooks, let's hear you, please. What do you have to say? Okay, I think we lost him here. You said there's the disconnect.
There is a disconnect between the government and the people. And why is this? If the government had reacted positively in respect of what the herdsmen were doing when it started, we would have said, okay, the government is representing the people. But at the end of the day, it was like the government had a sect of people who they were representing.
You know, I was born and bred in the north, right? Yeah. My idea of herders, what I saw growing up,
they are peaceful.
Extremely peaceful. I mean, interestingly, when we went to drop off the kids in Osun State, we saw the herders. We had so many dogs. They only move with dogs, bows and arrows and sticks, and the local guns. right? So most times when the Fulani men, you're going with it, so it is the women. We sometimes we buy the fura, the nono from them, and the kindromo, which is the like coagulated fat,
Congealed
fat from the milk. You know what? Let me take Daniel, then I'll continue the conversation. Daniel, thank you so much for calling from Port Harcourt.
Yeah, thank you, Mom. I believe that everything starts from when we are small and young. It's something that grows over time. For example, now, if you don't litter, that's from there. When people are not disciplined, they always feel that they can do whatever they want to do and get away with it. So I feel that the way forward is for people to start taking things more seriously. And instead of just behaving anyhow, we should have more coordinated, and we should also try and help each other and always be honest and polite to each other, because it starts from there. When it starts from and it's all built up and stacks up. That's what creates character in a person.
Absolutely.
So
I totally agree with you. Thank you.
We have to start.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much, Daniel. Yeah, we have to start from somewhere. You know, character. He was talking about character, you know, holding. Imagine from a young age, you start to accept responsibility. That's the word. Thank you, Isi. You know, for actions and all of that. You know, as I mentioned earlier about punitive measures. You know, so for me, thank you, Daniel. I agree with that.
Which is why I went back to the story of Babangida, who was not held accountable, and that was where we started to degenerate.
So it seems that if you can do it, I can do it. So everybody can get away with it.
So when other politicians now came in,
so for the idea I was saying about the herders, you know, so that was, and that still remains the only idea or the only understanding that I have about them. This is what I have experienced. The joy, they used to help us overcome the fear of cows, you know, when the cows were passing in front of the houses, and the women will give us the fura, the nono, and all of that. But my point is, there was never violence, you know, in my picture. So it is also possible, because you asked a question that it seemed like when the herders things started happening, the government did not do anything about it. So when somebody, I know you, Isi, to be a peaceful person. Of course, sometimes your head a touch, you know. But I know you generally to be a peaceful person. You try to find a peaceful resolution. Absolutely. If somebody comes to tell me that, oh, Isi took a gun and she put it in my head and all of that, I will not just quickly say, oh, no, you know, Isi, go to jail and all of that. Because I do not have that notion. I do not have that understanding, you know, of this is who Isi is. You know, so maybe what I would have expected the government to do, you know, which is what I feel maybe was the missing link. When people started complaining about herders going into their farmlands, destroying their properties and everything, the government should have stepped in, not from a judgmental point of view, but should have been, you know what, herders, come, sit down, what exactly is going on, you know? I think it was also the silence, because, you know, for a very long time, we had a very silent
government, yes.
You know? Totally. So maybe that silence now made these people that have coined themselves to be headsmen, and whoever the bandits are, whoever the Boko Haram, okay, since you're not saying anything, it's like accent to it. And that, I feel, expanded and blew what we have today in our faces, that it seems like, you know, because we are just 2021 April, imagine what will happen when we're going closer to the elections. All these people will start coming out. It's going to even get a lot worse. So I'm wondering, at the end of the day, would there be a country for you to govern?
According to
you know, so sorry, darling. Let me take Chooks again. I think he called back from Ibadan. Thank you, Chooks. Chooks, are you there? Quickly, we have like a minute to go. Thank you for calling.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chooks.
Yes, I'm here. Okay. With the matter of grant in Nigeria, sectors in area.
Chooks, you're listening to yourself. You need to turn off the volume of your television set so we can hear you.
Okay. The thing I'm trying to say here is that the Constitution of Nigeria has expired. Because when the Constitution is being expired, you expect everything the way they are going. But the only thing I need to submit in this place is just that let everybody begin to think on whatever that is before us or before Nigeria. Because if no one is thinking on whatever that is going on in the nation, then the nation will have no future and it will not get better. So the only thing that is needful here, let everybody begin to think on whatever that is real or whatever that is not real.
Thank you so much, Chooks. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Isi, we held the conversation and we ran out of time. All right, so you were going to say something about a quote you found or something.
According to, what's his name? His name is Confidence Makari. He's an intelligence officer with SBN Intelligence, and they collect data of things that happened in Nigeria based on people in IDP camps, people that have died, people that were attacked, kidnapped, and stuff like that, based on insecurity in Nigeria. So what he said was that if we're not careful, in the next 6 months, we might not have a country based on the current happenings.
The trends.
Yes, the current happenings in Nigeria today. So with that in mind, we have to look at ourselves as a people. And that's why I started the conversation talking about us as a people. It all comes back to us. It's not the politicians. We make the politicians. If we say we don't want the politicians to do what they do to us, we can stand our grounds, basically. So if we come out in numbers and say, okay, we have our foot on the ground, if the people that the politicians or whoever used them to, you know, create some sort of ruckus during the NSAS, the NSAS protest wouldn't have ended in such a way in the first place. So I think it is time for us to look at the economic value of what insecurity is doing to us as a people.
Is it only economic?
I'm coming. Economic value, the economic value that we are losing out on as a people. We also need to look at the unemployment of the youths in Nigeria. Unemployment plays a huge role, because if everybody was engaged or one way or the other, education, remember, is about awareness and ability to know what is around you and seek solutions to the problems. We are not using our mind to think. We are not doing anything critically to, you know, resolve problems and challenges in Nigeria. So the youth of Nigeria today are more into, we talked about drugs abuse and, you know, and so we need to, you know, work on the mindset of the youths, not to give up on themselves and the future of their children. It's not about us. Like PK said, it will not end today. Today is not the day that it will resolve the problem. It will continue. It is when the child is about a child of about 5 years old might be the one to solve our current problems today in Nigeria. So
thank you so
poverty
much,
also plays a huge role. So we need to work on all of these to eradicate insecurity in Nigeria.
As she has said. All right, so let me quickly take a final comment from Raphael Akori. He's from Zaria. He says, the insecurity going on in this country today cannot be overcome unless the leadership of the security operatives are held accountable. What a shame that ordinary miscreants are more smarter than our armed forces. That's really, really sad. You know, I don't know. There's a score sheet of Nigeria. I wonder what they are marking for our leaders. What are you marking as your score sheet? Is it a pass? Is it a fail? Is it complete failure? Catastrophic failure?
They have said that Nigeria is the worst governed country in the world today. So
the
third worst governed country. So,
yes,
I mean,
that report just came out today. The third world most horrible governed country. So we'll keep talking about this because this will not end. We have to find solutions because our safety is of paramount importance, you know, for all of us as a nation. All right, so thank you so much for watching. So Ways was birthed from the need to inform, inspire, influence lives towards action. And this year we started our CSR focus on curbing unemployment in Nigeria. So if you're a company, please partner with us by allocating internship slots. And if you're a job seeker, keep watching Ways and follow us on all our social media handles, as this will be an all year round engagement. So tell your friends to keep all eyes on Ways. In case you missed today's quote, here it is again. Safety and security don't just happen. It does not just happen. They are the result of collective consensus and public investment. We owe our children, the most vulnerable citizens in our society, a life free of violence and fear. That's from Nelson Mandela. We'll see you live tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.